Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena. If you're new here, then welcome. I'm just here to give you guys a quick intro. I did this video before I cut my hair at the end of 2020, but I forgot to do the intro, so here I am. So in today's video, what you'll be seeing is a testing out nude makeup that I purchased at the end of 2020, and I did a 2-day wear test with 1 day wearing for 10 hours plus a gym test and an update on the second day. I've actually also just done a speedy review. I actually filmed it yesterday. I'm gonna post that video after this one because I haven't started editing it. So I've included my final thoughts because I've been working with all the makeup and try to make it work as much as I can, see if I can reach a better sort of performance. And also there are a few new makeups that I included in my speedy review. So if you want to know my final thoughts on top of what I found after today's video, don't forget to consider subscribe to my channel. And if you like today's content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's just dive into it, and I'll see you guys with my lovely long hair. Bye.
For primer, I've actually got two products here. One is from the Revlon Rose Glow. I saw Jessica Brown was saying this is like dupe for Wonder Beauty. The other one is Max Factor's Miracle Prep primer, illuminating and hydrating primer. I just found these two actually can be really similar. This one's also called hydrating plus illuminating primer. So just gonna go, I guess, half face of Revlon, half face of Max Factor. It's gonna be a lot of makeup today. Oh, it's pretty, oh, there we go. It's very tight. So the Max Factor one comes within this sort of creamy appearance, and it feels quite thick actually. It's like a proper cream. Let's just put it on my face. I've already done my I've already done my sunscreen, and I've been testing the Reef Coconut Sunscreen SPF 50. It's got such a strong coconut scent. Like, if you hate coconut, don't get that one. It's too strong. I thought I hate a Hawaii tropic scent, their sunscreen. Now I think I love their sunscreen. It's not as much as this one. I mean, the sunscreen itself is good actually, just the scent is too much. And let's try this Revlon one. This one is a dupe for Wonder Beauty based on Jessica Brown's suggestion. Okay, now we go. It's actually very runny texture. Oh my gosh, it's got like little bins within, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Just slather it on my face, I guess. This is more like a serum feeling. It's got a really nice, did you see the bead here? It's got a really nice fragrance smell. So I don't know what these beads for. Are they supposed to give you illuminating purposes? They're just like all over my hands now. Or they're just for fun. Am I supposed to crush them? Because they're just like literally running away from me. I don't like the beads. Like, if they don't do anything, then don't put it in there. If they actually have a purpose, but I don't see what it is. Alright, so that's my base done. I think both of these giving a nice glow to my opinion. Maybe this side is a little bit more, but I've also got a window over here, so I don't know if that's what it is. If I go back a little bit, I think, yeah, I think they're very similar. Alright, with foundation, I've got the Max Factor Healthy Skin Harmony Miracle Foundation. So it's the same line as the primer I just tried. I think I saw someone was recommending this. It could be an Asian YouTuber that I was watching. I've got in the color 40 Light Ivory. So this one's also claiming having SPF 20, and speaking of SPF in cosmetic products, they're actually not regulated by TGA, so they're not therapeutic goods. And I was searching online and I found a lot of information how you determine a product if they are cosmetic products with sunscreen property or if they're actually therapeutic good. And I'm gonna do a little summary of that 10 basic questions you need to know for Australian Goods Administration with their sunscreen regulations. So if you want to see that, maybe consider subscribe to my channel. So let's see the color. They have a look here. is not bad. I mean, it's a little bit darker. Like all the colors I've been choosing these days seems to be a bit darker, and it's almost like a mousse, not mousse, it's like a milk lotion texture. Okay, let's do half face with a sponge and another half face with a brush, like always. This is the face with sponge. I'm still using this W7 sponge, but I feel like this one is almost finished. I'm probably gonna throw it away by the end of this year, because that's when I'll go home and the whole family will go on a travel. That's when I'll just throw this away. I think it did the job, but I just don't find myself loving it. I can still make it work. Like, I haven't thrown it away or used another one. Okay, I think this is giving me a light coverage. Let's go the other side with the brush, and then we'll see if there's any change in terms of the coverage. I'm using my IT Cosmetics, what is called kabuki brush? No, angled buffing foundation brush. I like this brush for a lot of uses actually, not just for buffing foundations. Sometimes with pressed powder, when I use it as a foundation, it brushes everything into your skin quite evenly. Definitely having a better coverage this side with a brush, so I'll probably have to add another pump. I like the finish with the pump. It's more natural washed, but I love the coverage with the brush side. So I guess what I'll do in the future if I use it myself is to probably use a brush to get that coverage and maybe blend it with a sponge over the area that I think it might be a bit too heavy, or you know, just want a naturally appearances. Now I think the coverage are quite on board, and this is a good color match. Like it's pretty alright. I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit. That's actually good. This foundation's got a bit of scent as well. I can't actually tell, but it is a fragrance scent. I'm not mad, but I did notice it when I was applying. Alright, for concealers, I've got two products as well. There's always extra products. One is Max Factor's Radiant Lift Long Lasting Radiant Concealer. All day wear with vitamin C and vitamin E, and I've got it in the color 02 Light. It comes with a doe foot sponge, so I'm just gonna get some product. Oh, there. So that it's actually a quite similar color to my foundation, but with a smidge cool tone pink underneath. So that's this one. I've also got a very interesting one because one of you guys comment in a previous video saying you want me to try Thirsty Plantations, the brand, and I was looking at it the other day. They had a tea tree concealer blemish stick with manuka honey. They've got two color, light and honey, I believe. I've got in a color light. I figure honey could be too dark. I'll go with a light, see how I feel. So this one is triple action formula for acne prone skin. It prevents acne by drying out pimples and blackheads, conceals blemishes, spots and imperfections, and also reduces the appearances of acne scars. So it's like a concealer with good stuff within. So let's swatch that one. I figure this one will be a lot lighter for a brightening effect actually. Yeah, this is a lot brighter. It's got a really strong tea tree scent. So what I'll do is, let's put on this one under the eye, see if it's too stingy, like the scent is too much, and then we'll see. I'm just gonna do a gentle dot because I don't know what's gonna happen. Obviously, I don't have any blemishes around here, but I'm just testing to see if it actually stings the eye. It's actually alright. Once you blend it out, it's not that strong. For a concealer, I think it's definitely just providing a light coverage, and it sort of creases around the end of my eyes, which a lot of concealers creases because I just have incredibly enormous fine lines there. And I have a really dark circles. That's just like hyperpigmentations. So yeah, I don't think it concealed much, but let's do this one here. If you can still tell, this is a pimple that was troubling me for a month now. Did it conceal at all? Oh, let's give it a brush and do it properly. I really don't think it gives much of coverage, to be honest. I've tried various ways. I'm gonna keep playing this one a little bit and see how I feel. Let's try the Max Factor concealer now. So I'm just gonna squeeze some and sort of tap it under my eye. I guess that's the whole purpose of using this. I sometimes like applications like this where I can take it with me for travel, that I don't have to worry to bring a separate brush for concealing, or just any brushes at all, just bring a beauty sponge. That's sometimes what I do. Let me see if it works. It actually works pretty well, and the sponge feels really what's the word? It feels really firm, but it's not hard. Like it's having a good blendability, but definitely you need something else to sort of evens out a little bit. Maybe it's a finger. That's what you need. See, this one's actually having a bit of better coverage. I don't know if you can tell by just dabbing on it. My face does feel a bit of tacky at the moment, so I do want to set my face. I think I'll set both of my face because I want to go shopping in a minute. I'm running out of milk. I'm not even having coffee in the morning when I film this, so this is bad. How am I awake without a coffee? So I'm just going to use my current favorite setting powder. It's the Australia's Fresh and Flawless pressed powder. It's an oil and fragrance free version, which is good for sensitive skins and won't clog into your pores. What I like about this powder is it actually gives a good coverage at sometimes, I'll say light coverage. If you just use it as a pressed powder, like set your face, you can definitely build it up to make it like a proper pressed powder foundation if you want to, and it can give you medium to, I'll say light to medium coverage probably. Some days when I just use my tinted sunscreens and they tend to be oily and I don't want to have that shine and I didn't apply any makeup, or I just ran out of time, to be honest, I'll just use this one, set the face, absorb the shines, and also giving a bit of coverage. So it's been working pretty good. Even under my eyes, it's not crazy. I do tend to have a bit of a crease under my eyes in general, regardless what I use. So this one's not making it looking ugly, and I'm actually quite impressed considering how much coverage it can provide. My face is feeling a lot better now. I might just add a little bit on each side of the cheek since I'm gonna apply some powder products in a minute. I don't want to move everything around. For bronzer, I've got Sevi by designer brand Graduating Bronzer. So I thought one of these shades must be like a matte finish, but all three are shimmer. So I figure I'll just mix them together and use it. So these are the three shades. So I'm gonna grab my IT Cosmetics brushes here. I'll probably go for the middle one first just to see how much pigmentation and if I can blend it nicely into my skin. Maybe I'll use a dark one then. It's not showing much. There we go. It definitely looks more bronze on camera because I think the light washes my face color off a lot. So don't worry, I'll blend it. I think the blendability is okay. Definitely not the best that I've got. So I'm gonna go back to this ultimate brush and just blend everything together. This is such a good brush. I just got it from AliExpress. I figured that is looking a little bit better. Alright, I'm gonna do the other side. I'm not gonna apply as much as I did on the other side. Now for blush, I've actually purchased a product I want to purchase forever. This is the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. I've got this pinkish color. Like, I should went for their nudie peach. I wasn't looking properly. It's a lovely pink, but I don't know if it can work for me. I've blended this color out. I'm like, no, I don't think it will work. But I've got a tiny bit left on my hand where I was blending this. I'm just gonna pat and we'll see. It's actually not looking that bad. Oh. I made the judgment too soon. Got a slightly more fluffier brush. Just try to sort of blend it. It actually dries pretty quick, like it's almost completely dry now. I'll say still not my favorite shades for a blush, but it's actually looks better than what I was imagining. Because I know I have a very peachy blush, and I thought if I need to sort of rescue myself a little bit, I'll go for this one. So this is the Physicians Formula, what is called Butter Blush in the color Natural Glow. So this one is actually working as a highlighter slash like a blush topper. It's not so strong. I've used it so many days just as a highlighter, but also adding a hint of blush color. So I'm gonna go for this one and just add a little bit around here. It's a very subtle, like you can barely tell, but you can always build it up and just give you a nice subtle shade. I actually quite like this. I'm gonna quickly do my eyes off camera, and then we've got lip product and setting spray to test together in a minute. Alright, I've done my eyes and I made a mistake. I was testing out these Pixie eyeshadows, I guess. They're actually true glitters. So one of them is like pure glitter, like you can see a glitter with a bit of color, which is this one. And the other one's got a color pigmentation, so I thought, it's one of those. Very intense liquid eyeshadow. No, it's also left with a lot of glitters because I was actually building this color. And then I realized I've got glitters all around because I was building it on the outer corner. So there is a lot of glitters around here and I couldn't get rid of them. So I guess these are having good stayability if you apply it correctly. But if you made a mistake, maybe consider do your eye makeup first and then you can sort of restart everything. So I still need to test them out. Just figure out a better way of using it. But I'm actually not a huge glitter fan. I thought they were quite fine glitters, but actually they're quite big ones. And then I've tested out the L'Oreal Volumizing Mascara. This is one of new shop findings from my recent shopping haul, which you'll see in a recent video as well. I think this one gives a really good lengthening. Like it definitely makes my lashes look way longer than it's supposed to be. It's not holding the curls very well, not as good as the L'Oreal Paradise. It's giving a bit of volume, but because it's not holding the curls, it feels like everything is going down, and I don't have a natural curly eyelashes. So I figure if you have a naturally curled eyelashes, this one, the lengthening, voluming, it could be really good. If you're like me, my lashes tend to flop, that I have to literally curl it. I still love L'Oreal's better, but I really like the length that it provides. So I might use it in a combination with other mascaras to use it up. But yeah, so I've got like 50-50 for this one. And now we've left with the two last, the final thing. One is Sevi by designer brand, their Mist, and the L'Oreal, and the REVLON Kiss Glow Lip Oil. Let's just put some lip color because I'm just pale. Got a doe foot here, and this is the color we've got. It's quite mauvey, like you feel like an oil applied. It's not going to be perfect consider we're wearing a mask. It's probably going to transfer, but it feels going to really hydrating my lips considering it's very dry at the moment. Such an easy application with a, this is like a candy smell, like a donut smell. Am I insane? Am I too hungry now? Is that why? It reminds me of like chocolate donut. Really just like very light color. I like it. trying to apply a few layers just to see the color builds up. I think it just builds up to this sort of level, which is very, very pretty. I actually really loving it. It feels like you just literally applied a lip oil, really runny oil feeling, but it's very moisturizing and it's giving a bit of color. And the last but not the least is their Sevi by designer brand Healthy Glow Mist. I've saw Tanika on YouTube and she reviewed it and she was like loving it, although she said the sprayer is not the best, so we're just gonna stay far away and to see if it can give me a nice glow, because if you know the brand, it's such a strong spray. Oh, I hope my mascara is gonna be fine. Oh my gosh, the spray is like, can you see these on my hair? That's like how big the spray was. That's like huge water drops, and it's come with a cosmetic scent. I can't really tell, but I remember like the Essence one, W7 one, Motor Ohms one that I had before, tried before, all having very similar scents. So I guess it's a typical like a drugstore setting spray scent. So if you use any of, you know, those, you probably know what I'm talking about. It is adding a glow to it. Oh, that is really good. I love it. If you remember, I was spraying here and I saw there like water drop on this one here, so it's just like a meter away. Anyway, that is the finished look for today. I think it's actually okay. I actually quite like everything that I tried. There are a few that I'm unsure, like the tea tree concealer. I might do a few hours check-in as I go throughout the day because I've got quite a lot planned. Well, first of all, I need to go to supermarket and get some milk. That is a very important thing. How I'm gonna start my day without milk. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hi guys, I'm back from supermarket and I've got my milk and I've got my coffee ready. I'm all good to go. It is around 1 o'clock now. It's 12:45 and I think I put on my makeup around 11 o'clock. I forgot to show you the time. I just haven't get used to all the, you know, filming edit habits, but it was roughly around 2 hours now. I have to say the side with the brushes wasn't going really well, so I have to use a setting spray, try to melt everything and get it a bit wet, and use a sponge to sort of blend it all together, and that did help lasting the foundation and makes it look similar to this side. I do really like the finish with a sponge, and when I wear the mask in the supermarket there weren't a lot of transfer that I've noticed, but the lipstick was completely off even before I head out the door. I had a quick yogurt for breakfast and that was just took away of everything on my lip. I still really like the color and I like the feeling of, you know, highly hydrated tinted lip oil product that I still consider would take it with me even when I go on travel. But if you're asking for a long-lasting longevity tinted lip color, the Revlon lip oil won't be your choice. I'll let you guys know in 4, 6, 8 hours check-in, depends on how long I'm gonna wear it. I'm still planning to do a little bit of exercise today, and so hopefully we can do a gym workout exercise test. Right, I'm back for another check-in. We are currently 6:34, so we are getting close to 8 hours, so 7.5 around now. One big thing that I've noticed is definitely smudging around my eyes here. That's all coming from the mascara. The lengthening is still there. Volumizing, not so much because it's all falling under the eyes now. Blush and bronzer are staying pretty good. Definitely oils coming through around my nose. That's not the big deal. But if you can have a look at my forehead, don't know if you can see, if I move, like it literally slides all around. Like foundation is sliding all around me and I don't like that. So I'm probably just gonna give you one more update at the end of the day. Not quite sure if it will be before exercise or after to let you guys know, but overall not very impressed. Hi guys, I'm back for my final check-in. We are 8:49, so we're 10 minutes reaching the 10 hours wear. I'm just gonna stop it right here. I did wear this makeup and went for an exercise as well, just indoor exercise for 45 minutes, just like my last foundation review. So I pretty much stand for everything I said in my last check in when it was around 6 hours. So the good thing about this foundation, first, it's the shade. I really like this shade. It's matching myself pretty well and it's not oxidizing. Like face, neck, chest, seamlessly, and it wasn't settling into any of my wrinkles. It's still not settling into any of the wrinkles. I've got a couple false wrinkles here, like vertical ones, because the way I lie over the years, it's not even there. That's pretty good. And it wasn't accentuating my pores. That's something I forgot to mention, and that's actually something I'm really looking forward to, like particularly after the exercise. I figured this foundation is better than L'Oreal tinted water cream, so I really like that. Here comes to the cons. I think the biggest issue with this foundation is the patchiness that it appears on my face. From 2 hours to 4 hours to 6 hours. 6 hours, it was the worst. You definitely notice all the foundation seems to be sitting on your face, and seems to be moving around if you touch them, and that was actually what happened. So I just don't like that, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that I applied 2 pumps of the foundation. I usually do 1 pump, maybe 1 pump and a half, so I might just try to minimize the amount that I use, and hopefully that will make it a bit better. I used 2 different primers, and they are causing very similar effect on my face. In terms of bronzer, it was pretty alright. I actually really like the blush, but the color was a bit off, so yeah, I guess I have to test these out a little bit more. Hi guys, it's Rena here again, and today is the second day of wearing the Max Factor Healthy Glow foundation, whatever the name it is. And I only used the 1 pump today because I want to give you that update, because the patchiness was too bad on the first day, and I say it's actually making it a little bit better, but still it's not the perfect finish that I like. I mean, I like the glow and I like how everything looks. It's all what it claims, but it just somewhat seems a bit of makeup-y. Like, it seems a bit heavy on my face. When I think of a healthy glow, I want something really natural that you can tell this person's wearing makeup, but it's wearing a really good makeup, you know what I'm saying? It's not too heavy. I figured this one's a little bit too heavy. If it's a full coverage with this sort of appearances, it's actually okay. But this is not a full coverage. You can definitely see pimples and everything still on my face. So it's a natural, glowing and yet heavy makeup. I just don't think it's my perfect favorite. I can definitely try to use it a little bit more, and I don't know if we'll be able to mix with others to get a better, you know, finish. I've used the Revlon Rose Glow primer, and I still couldn't work with the pros within, but if I get rid of that, the rest of the primer, it's actually working pretty well. I love that primer, but this foundation, I still think it's 50-50. That is a little bit of an update for the second day of usage when I only use a 1 pump, so I'll bring you guys back to my final thoughts. I can't remember where I finished yesterday, so bye. Yeah, that's everything for today. I hope you have had a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. It's pretty late. I need to take a shower and remove all of these. Bye!